welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new, I am Cookie, and today's video is motivation, mental health, like that whole shebang. I asked a question on my Instagram story about what's the hardest part of your personal journey, because if you don't know, I've gone through this before. Personal journey is what jumpstarted my fitness journey, so they are hand in hand and they both mean a lot to me. So I asked my story, what's the hardest part of you guys' personal journeys? So I'm going to dive into it a bit, get to some questions. I'm going to sip my coffee. Someone said their main issue with their personal journey is always overthinking every situation. Overthinking leads to stress. It's just hard to be happy, think clearly, make, good executive decisions or anything when you're stressed. That literally clouds your mind. You just have to find ways to stop yourself from overthinking, if that makes sense. Like, take a moment, breathe, relax, and that gives yourself a chance to catch up, to figure things out. Someone else said staying positive, only to be proven the same things you went through previously. Okay, so I'll say this. If you have a pessimistic mindset, in that sense where every single time you feel like something's gonna go a certain way and that happens, you're like, see, I knew it. One, if you were thinking it in your head, you're putting it into the universe, that's gonna be your reality. So very first thing is stop yourself from making any hard decisions about something. Always go into a situation open-minded, so that way, regardless of the outcome, you're set. You're okay, because you went into it with no expectations. That's the word. Do not have expectations. If you have expectations, you will be let down. I had to work on this myself, especially in dating. If you don't have expectations, then you're not taking things personally, and it'll help you stay positive in any situation. A lot of people have been saying consistency. Consistency can be hard, especially when life throws crazy curveballs at you. And the more you work on yourself, the more you're going to feel like you're being personally attacked. Though that's not the case. It's just the stronger your intuition becomes, the stronger your faith becomes, the stronger you become mentally and more in tune you are with yourself. The challenges are going to get harder because you can easily handle all the other bullshit. You've already been there, done that. You know what I mean? So when life gets crazy, in general, that's work, relationships, just life in general, 3 things that I always tell myself, I guess you should say, that'll help me stay consistent is 1, when you look back on yesterday, will you be proud of all that you did and accomplished? If your answer is no, you need to start jotting down things as far as okay, tomorrow, your to-do list. So that way you can check it off. So that way you're holding yourself accountable. So accountability would be number 1. Always holding yourself accountable. If you say you're going to do something, do it. With the gym, even days where it's I'm tired. I'm so, especially the more and more fitness becomes my job, the more I'm having to actually have a really particular schedule. It's okay, I'm not going to be able to hit the gym until 8 p.m. tonight. That's a huge life changer for me. I've never had, I'm stubborn, so it's just okay, every day I'm going to the gym at this time. I like it. At this time in the morning, it's feel good, blah, blah, blah. So when things couldn't happen in that way, I used to get really irritable. I used to get really irritable. And now I'm just okay, I understand it's at the end of the night and you're tired and you really don't want to go, despite the fact that you know that the gym works. I don't want to go. It's yo, you said you're going to do this. You said you were going so many times a week. Hold yourself accountable. So that's number 1, accountability. 2, if you can let yourself down, how do you expect others not to? If you can't do what you said you're going to do and stay consistent, how are you going to expect to get that raise? How are you going to expect to get that new car? How are you going to expect to, start your own business? Whatever it is that your goals or dreams are, how are you going to expect to do any of that if you can't even be consistent? So you have to wake the fuck up. So 1 is accountability. 2 is wake the fuck up. 3 is the only way to truly be happy is it's a daily task. I don't know, not task. Task sounds bad. Task sounds like a job. It's a daily strides. You have to take daily strides, okay, to constantly be happy. So I just feel like those three help you stay consistent. And as much as we hate sharing our stories, we all have a best friend, we have a sibling, we have someone that we're close to. Tell them things, because you verbalizing it and getting it out of your head and now is going to hold you accountable as well, because it's not just in your head where you're like, you know what, I could push that off. If someone else knows your idea, eventually they're going to bring it up, or eventually they're going to say something, and you are going to have to answer that. You're going to have to answer to it. You know what I mean? So have someone else hold you accountable as well. For me, that's my sisters. If I ever get off the train, my sisters are like, Kashawn, because they know my Kashawn, not Cookie. I'm like, Kashawn, what are you doing? You know? So have someone to hold you accountable. The very moment you, for yourself, having a negative thought, stop yourself and ask yourself, why am I having this thought? Why, are these emotions probing in a negative way versus positive right off the back? Give yourself those answers. So that way, the moment you catch yourself thinking these bad negative thoughts, you can stop yourself and be like, yo, it's okay, because I could do this or I could do that. Just, not that I don't want to sound like a hippie, because I am, Try not to take life so deep. It doesn't have to be so serious. Every single time you catch yourself having a negative thought, I want you to take a second, take a deep breath, and count to 5. It's very dramatic, I know, but it's going to calm your heart rate. It's going to calm your mind. It's going to give you a second to reverse that mindset. The reversal of the mindset is what you need. It's not having a negative thought itself that's the problem. It's being able to stop yourself. Not having the strength enough to stop yourself is where the problem lies. So learn. Being able to know when to stop yourself and reverse it, that's where the issue lies. So I want you to acknowledge that you're having whatever negative thought you're having. Try to figure out why and understand why, because it's part of getting to know yourself and understand yourself. And then reverse it and understand that there's always a positive in every situation. Even if in that exact moment it does not make sense, there's a positive. I promise you. I promise you. And you just have to understand not to take life so serious and not to take things so personal, and know that no one's out here to personally attack you. There's no evil vendetta. Okay, so if you understand the world is not out to get you, and that it's okay, and not take things personal, calm yourself and breathe. I promise you, it'll be okay. You'll start to see life differently, because you have to change your perspective. That's the number one thing, is changing your perspective. Strong mentally to overcome being able to fight it. So work on your mental strength, work on trusting yourself, listening to your intuition, and knowing that deep down inside you have the answers. That's self-motivation. I honestly think is my favorite topic, because I do a lot of personal work. It's become a hobby. not to do that face like it's a bad thing, but working on myself internally has become one of my favorite pastimes, because I just get to learn so much about myself, and just understanding so many different layers, and just about who I am and what it is that I like. It's pretty cool, and it's pretty awesome. So I like self-motivation because I, for the most part, have been self-motivated. There was no one I really looked up to in the sense of this one person's you know what, they're doing it. I don't know how to verbalize it now, but I just know that at the time when I first started, what I was looking for, what I needed, I couldn't find. And my mission and my goal was to be that person. I mean, I've talked about this before in my Fitstoner vlog, where that's my goal in life, is to be everything that the younger me desperately needed. So, okay, I'm ready. It's hard because you obviously have to hold yourself accountable, and even on the hard days, you have to figure out within how to get up and keep going. That means there's no friend calling you, telling you to do something. There's no family member calling you, telling you to do something. There's no job calling you and telling you to do something. There's something inside that tells you get to do something. That takes personal work. That takes wanting better and doing better. Not, you know what I mean? Like actually getting up, taking strides. So I always suggest writing. You must just do it all the time. Literally just write your feelings out, write your desires out. And once you can vividly see what it is that you want, it's gonna inspire you. It's gonna motivate you. You're gonna want to get up and make a change and want to do something. So write it out. Write out your goals, write out your dreams, write it all out on paper. I mean, just literally pour your heart out. And that's gonna motivate you. Anytime you feel like you need a restart, a reset, open that journal and reread. The person said, believing everything happens for a reason. Sometimes when life gets hard, you know, you don't understand things and you automatically want to go to a pessimistic mindset. No, it is just having faith. And I'm spiritual, so I do believe in God. But having faith in whatever your, you know, higher power is, and knowing that he's not out leading you out here in the dark. Like, you're not alone. There is a reason for everything. There is an end result. There is a goal. So again, it's going back to not taking things personally and understanding you're not under a personal attack if you feel like something bad is happening in your life. So once you understand that, you know, nothing's personal and that you shouldn't feel personally attacked, and there is no evil vendetta to get insert your name here, it'll be a lot easier to understand everything happens for a reason. Like I said, we're human. You're gonna have a moment, so just take a second. Again, go back to breathing and focusing on me and only me. You have to set those boundaries. So, keyword here, boundaries. Set the boundaries, be okay in the boundaries, and stand in the boundaries that you set, okay? Because you are worth having those boundaries. True forgiveness and self-confidence. Okay, good one. Learning true forgiveness is, again, going back to, and I guess I could just be the key point in this, is learn not to take things personal. To truly forgive somebody is to know that it wasn't a personal attack against you, that there is something that they are projecting on the inside and they're pushing it onto you. So learn not to take things too personal. See what you did wrong in the situation and learn from it. Once you understand, not take things personal, and always try to figure out a way to take accountability, you'll be able to forgive because you know it wasn't a personal attack against you. Sometimes people are just dealing with stuff, they don't know how to handle it, they don't know how to verbalize it. A lot of people don't know how to take support, so they push people in different ways. So just understanding that whatever the issue may be, it wasn't personal to you. That person is fighting their own demons. So you can't be happy if you're holding hate or, you know what I mean, a grudge or resentment or anything in your heart. So release it so that way you can be happy, because your happiness matters. And then the second part was, where did it go? Okay, I somehow scrolled and wasn't paying attention. And self-confidence. So I love self-confidence because that's what started my personal journey. I had confidence in myself, but I was insecure, and I didn't know how both of those could exist at the same time. So then I started focusing on, okay, well, what are you insecure about? Why are you insecure about it? And 9 times out of 10, you're insecure about something because what others are projecting onto you. Someone would, you know, I have the small chest, okay? I have the small chest. Get picked on a lot about it, and it was an insecurity of mine. And when I sat down and thought about it, it never bothered me having a small chest. I could wear tops like this and not be uncomfortable, you know what I mean? It was always other people that said something about my chest being small, and that is what made me feel uncomfortable. So once you realize that it's usually people projecting their emotions and their feelings onto you, you're like, yo, I think I'm dope. I like what I see in the mirror. So learn to block out other people's opinions about you and your body and flaunt what the fuck it is you have, because look, you're special, okay? That's that on that. Letting it be my journey and not letting anyone's hate affect me. Yeah, you have to block it out, because your universe, all it does is feed what you give it. So if you're constantly focused on people hating you and this and that, blah, blah, your world is going to turn into this dark, negative blob. So don't worry about it. Like, if you're doing what you're doing and you're great at it, you're going to have haters. Understand that. So ignore them, block them out, leave them at the door, and focus on how to improve, and quite frankly, how to keep the haters mad. The greater you are, the more they're going to be mad. So focus on being great. Okay? You and your mental health matters. We see what's going on in the world, and not to get too deep into the politics and everything, but we see what's going on in the world, and we see that mental illness is, I want to go on a limb and say, an all-time high. I don't know the statistics. I'll look into it later. But from the way that the world is looking, I want to say mental illness is at an all-time high. I feel like it's because people aren't taking their personal journey serious about learning themselves, understanding themselves, fixing their flaws, working on themselves, loving themselves, having self-confidence. Self-love and self-confidence are huge, and they change the way you see life and the way you treat others. And I think there's a lack of that. So put those boundaries up so you can be a better person, so that we can make a change in this world, because we need a change. Not to pop off because you know it feels right. Look, I'm a Taurus, okay? I'm also Black and Cuban. So fiery, stubborn. I had to work on that too. Because even though in the moment it feels great to tell that person about themselves and go the fuck off and let it be known, look, I don't fuck with you, and this is why, boom, walk away, don't ever talk to the person again. Sometimes it's just not worth it, okay? Sometimes it's just, some things are literally just better left unsaid. Because even though that's how you feel and you're saying it, you are withholding so much anger and just negative thoughts and negative energy going off on that person. And now that person has won because they have riled you all up to say whatever it is you said. So shrug it off. Literally, it's just like, especially if you know it's some dumb BS, let it go one in, out the other. Smile, good day, boom. Okay? Your happiness is gonna piss them off more. Let it fucking go, okay? Like, attention. It's just not worth it. Get in the mirror, and not on some vain, weird hoopla. Literally, sit in the mirror and look yourself in the face. If you can't just stare at yourself in the face, we have a problem. So, stare at yourself in the face. All the things that start to make you uncomfortable when you see yourself, write down and get the answers as to why those make you feel uncomfortable. When you can understand that, that's begin the process and the journey of working on yourself. And that is what causes the love, the self-love, to be everlasting, is because you are okay with you. You've healed, you forgave, you've let go. It's important. So get in that mirror, look yourself in the face, and start to write down all the things that make you feel uncomfortable. You can't control everything. It's just how life is. It's not yours to control. So once you learn that, you just made your life like about 50% times better. So realize you can't control everything. You can't control somebody else. The only person you can control is you. So once okay. We're back. He's alive? Crystal, close the door! Oh my God. Okay, well, now that we're back from, I was about to say the fly being dead, but clearly he's still alive. I can't. Got my eye watering. Okay. Keeping my mind silent. Meditate. Take on meditation. It helps you be more in control, like, of your body and your mind. So whenever you do feel like your mind is just racing too much, you be like, yo, whew, take a second, sis. Take a second, man. Like, calm down. You got this. Okay, so I feel like I covered most of the topics. A lot of you guys asked like similar questions, so I tried to like gap in as many as I could. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So give this video a thumbs up and subscribe and turn on your post notifications, and I'll see you guys for the next Mental Health Monday.